Hi, I'm Shannon Decker. I'm the executive director of the Speedy Foundation, a local Idaho nonprofit that is dedicated to suicide prevention and mental health action. We work really closely with the ATO fraternity at Boise State and have several interns around campus. We were all heartbroken to hear about the loss of a student at Boise State. At this time, this is as much as we know, is what Boise State has put out through social media channels. And our hearts go out to this young person's family and friends, to all peers who have been touched by their death. I've been encouraged by some of our college connections to just reach out and share some information about mental health and about grief. I want to start out by saying that when I was in college, there was a student who was murdered on the floor above me. And at that time, the university was not Boise State, but it did not do a good job of communicating in a trauma-informed way to help people feel protected. And so in looking at Boise State's message yesterday, which shares information from public safety that there's no threat, I know that some students have mentioned that it really brings up anxieties from the University of Idaho murders that took place, and how police, while not having a suspect in mind, said that there was no threat to public safety. And as we know, there was no threat to public safety at that time. And so we really want to create some hope and help around that, and just alleviate any tension that you might be feeling. While we don't have any information, I personally don't have any information. I just want to remind us that they are there for our protection. We did take a look at the email that was sent out to all students. So please take a look at that. There is a link to health services, to the counseling department, to other outreach, and then a care alert if you are concerned about anyone. Boise State has some incredible grief resources listed on their website. So if you're feeling grief, if you're just interested in knowing what's available, if you want to help support someone else, take a look over here and see what they've got available, what really works for what you have going on. And if you're looking for, how does Boise State handle a student death, that is also on their website. Now, the Speedy Foundation believes that if you can talk about suicide, you can talk about anything. You can talk about sexual assault. You can talk about overdose. You can talk about a sudden death. You can get really a little bit more comfortable with the discomfort of not always having answers. We might not have answers, but this death is tragic. The death of a young person is always incredibly sad. And so we can treat this as a potential suicide or as a potential overdose. There are some deaths that happen in communities where there are some social factors that we want to take into consideration. So I want to talk about 988. That is the National Suicide and Crisis Hotline. This is a page for Idaho's 988. So this is a robust resource. This is a phone number that is free. It's available 24/7. You can call, you can text, you can chat. It can be a listening ear to just say, I am really being impacted by the death of this student. And maybe you didn't know them, or maybe you did know them. But this is a listening ear who can help you process what's going on. Another support that we have on our website is a help and support after suicide loss that just kind of walks you through some of those questions, just common responses, the shock, the disbelief, the fear. Again, I don't know how this young person died. I don't know if we'll ever know how they died. But when there's that unknown, sometimes things like this bubble up. So just knowing that these resources exist are sometimes helpful for people, or maybe not now, maybe in the future, just knowing where to navigate to these. Another potential cause of death might have been an opioid overdose. And if that were the case, we also have resources on how to obtain and utilize Narcan. Again, I have not heard any rumors. I'm not speculating at all. I just know that on college campuses every day, we are losing young people to suicide and to overdose, as well as other really unnecessary preventable deaths. And so, the more we know. Something that I would drive you to look at, you can find this on our website or just Google it, is called Starting the Conversation, College and Your Mental Health. This is an incredible resource. You know, now that you are over the age of 18, your parents don't have the same rights to your health information that they used to. And emerging mental health conditions start to exist with substance use, with trauma, with just living independently. So this is a great resource to look through, and it's got some planning tools to have conversations with friends and loved ones. And lastly, it's just a gentle reminder, there's really no correct way to grieve the loss of a loved one, a friend, someone that you are connected to just by being a Bronco. So your feelings are valid and welcome. If you are having any questions or concerns, you are welcome to reach out to 988 or talk to someone that you trust. Maybe schedule an appointment through the student counseling services, even if it's just to establish a relationship and learn what it's like to navigate student counseling. So I send you my love. Please take care of yourself. Thank you.